I'm about to have a quick Me Vision Academy discussion with, and by the way, welcome, with Martin Berlein. And we're going to do it inside this Defender, which he now exports actually. So here's Martin. We're going to sit inside the Defender. It's quite a job to get in, yeah? Okay, I'm in.
There you go.
See if we can get you, Martin. There we go.
There we go.
See the mountains in the background? Typical Mpumalanga, typical Mbombela. It's everywhere is mountains and it's just absolutely beautiful. Martin Berlein, thank you. Welcome to Me Vision Academy.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're not interviewed every day. You work with Land Rovers.
I'll try.
Yeah, it's a tough car, but it's a lovely car. So we've now, of course, sort of put our Land Rover aside. It broke down. It's old. And we're moving on with our journey. But Martin, for years, he's been working on my Land Rover. But the reason I'm chatting to Martin is his journey to his best self-confidence, as we say, Me Vision Academy is about. It's been fascinating. Martin, we're not going to go into the detail of that, but you've been a diamond delver, is that what you say? You've been a tobacco farmer, you've been an orange farmer, you've been, I'm sure, many other things, all doing your own things, incredible experiences. And now, for how many years have you been in Land Rover then? Fixing Land Rovers and your own workshop and so on?
Well, in my own workshops since about 1995, 96, around there, I suppose. It was always a hobby of mine.
Sure.
So I started at the age of, I was very fortunately brought up on a on a farm in Kippersol in the Hazyview area. And my father always had Land Rovers due to the fact that his father had a company in Johannesburg called Transvaal and Delagoa Bay Mining.
Okay.
And the mining part of it was actually in Witbank. But he had Land Rovers in Mozambique. He was a geologist by profession. He studied at Rhodes. And he went and worked for his father's company up in northern Mozambique and so on. And they actually bought 12 Land Rovers in about 1949 that were landed in Maputo.
Okay.
Short wheelbase series 1s, 80 and 88 inch, and 86 inch. And those were used all up in Mozambique, which I still have the photographs. He took a lot of photographs and so on. But the love of Land Rovers basically came from there. I mean, I remember sitting on my father's lap at the age of 5 and steering the Land Rover and waiting for my legs to get long enough to reach the pedals and that kind of thing. So by the age of 12, I was I had my own Land Rover that I used to take apart and rebuild. And if I wasn't doing that, I was fixing his 135 Massey Ferguson tractors on the farm. So
you've had a Land Rover background since young.
Yeah.
But the business started like close to 2000. I mean, that's you
correct.
Really got into that.
That's correct. So what I was doing is, during the time that I was farming on the weekends and that, I would, tinker around with Land Rovers and that. And then I decided to open a company. I called it Salisbury Landy. I'm not from Zimbabwe, but my family is from Zimbabwe. I was born in South Africa. I basically, while I was farming, I would go to the game lodges on the weekends and go and repair Land Rovers just to make a bit of extra money. And have always loved it. So
it has always been part of your life.
Yeah.
And now you actually have partners in the US.
That's correct. Yeah.
And you are building unique, how do you position it? I mean, Defenders for these American guys. There's a cult almost in the US of Defenders.
That's correct.
And you're building it up and you give them names and everything. It's a fascinating business you're in now.
That's correct. So we once again very blessed and fortunate to have stumbled across the opportunity. So what we're doing is we are purchasing Land Rover Defenders 1998 or older, due to the 25-year policy that they have in terms of exporting. And our partner advertises the Land Rovers in the States. He actually has offices in Spain, and he has offices in the UK as well. And it's a massive thing. So what we do is we purchase the Land Rovers, and then it pertains as per the order that the customer would like. So if you would like a full rebuild with decking, because we use Rhodesian teak to make a decking for the back of the vehicle, which is quite sought after in the States. And we fix it up as per the customer's requirements, and if there's anything extra to be done when the vehicle reaches the States, then that's done on the side of our partners. But we have 8 Defenders which we've purchased in various stages of being rebuilt, and it gets sent over and sold in the States. 90% of the vehicles are sold already before we've actually even started working on them.
Sure.
Which is fantastic. And it's a wonderful opportunity that we have been given.
Defenders are so popular in many ways. I've been driving this one as a loan car, while of course a very basic one, but it looks beautiful outside, and it's just a rustic car. Martin, if we talk like this, it could come across as if your life has been sunshine and roses all along. And of course you've had many setbacks. You've had to overcome many challenges, business, personal. Your journey to your best self. We're all on that journey, but to your best self, we add the word confidence. And none of us have arrived yet either.
Very much so. Yeah.
But your journey to your best self confidence. What's been your biggest challenges to overcome? I mean, your setbacks in life. I know you had and this is very personal, but for years, with all the pressure and whatever the reasons were, you had a serious alcoholic challenge.
Yes.
You were addicted. You've overcome that.
Correct.
Partly inspired by your current partner.
That's correct.
But besides that, just tell us how you overcame that, because you actually overcame it fairly fast.
Yeah.
And your vision and your desire was there, and you overcame that setback. Just spend a minute or two on that, which is almost unfair, but I mean, let's go for it.
Yeah, so basically what happened is with meeting my new partner, she had also come from a very difficult background in terms of relationships. She had actually been abused in her relationship, and a lot of it was due to the person she was married to, who was a drug addict and abusive alcoholic. I came from a situation of a lot of stress where I drank literally a bottle and a half of whiskey a night for 5 years. I in fact used to leave work. I'd drive to the bottle store and I would buy a 750 whiskey, and I would go and sit in my car in the car park, and I would drink half the bottle before going home. I would then go home because I was starting to get to the stage where I was kind of feeling in a zone of comfort, if you want to call it that, which I think a lot of alcoholics seek, is that zone of comfort where there's no care, there's no worries. Basically after I met my partner, she wouldn't have any of it, and we grew to love each other and respect each other, and I decided to give it up completely, because it was actually starting to have an effect upon the relationship. And one day I just said no more. I said this has got to stop. And she supported me. The amount of support that she gave me and still continues to give me, I don't touch a drop of alcohol whatsoever now. And it's amazing how your senses actually pick up if you stop. You can start smelling people from a distance. My brother came to visit, and I walked onto the veranda, and as I walked into the house, in the kitchen, he had opened a bottle of whiskey, and I could smell it in the house straight away. And I actually said to him, please, I don't want any drinking in the house whatsoever. So, you tend to concentrate on the things that are more important, and you reach a stage in your life where you suddenly realize that those things are not important. The alcohol, the drugs, It's not what life is about in any way whatsoever. And if you can get over it, I feel to myself that I've been very fortunate in doing that, in terms of having the discipline to be able to do that, because it's incredibly difficult, especially if you're doing it the way that I did it, which is cold turkey completely. And there's with the alcoholics, there's the times of 3, 7, and 11. Month number 3 is your most difficult, including month number 7 is your most difficult, and month number 11 is your most difficult. And I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't had the urge to drink. There have been times where I've been under an extreme amount of pressure, and all I've wanted to do was open a bottle of whiskey. But I'm not doing it for anybody else except myself, and to make myself a better person. You know, I was married for 28 years. When I came out of school, my first son was born. I have 2 sons. And basically from that age, I started to drink, and I think it had a big upset on my family life and my children. And as the pressure got more and more to perform in life and to be able to survive and to live, so the alcohol became a problem. And I'm actually starting to patch that up with my children now, because they spent a lot of their growing up times with me drinking and being an alcoholic. And if I could take that time back now, if I knew now what I'd known then, I would never have touched a drop of it, because it's just poison, complete nutter poison.
Excellent. Well done. I mean, so your journey continues.
Yes.
I mean, like all of us, you grew up in a family. Maybe just last comment, you know a little bit about what Me Vision Academy is about. It's
Yes,
helping people discover their journey to their best self-confidence.
Very much.
And you've also realized that as you start this new business venture with, you know, big vision in the US, you've got to work on your confidence again.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you've been a guy, working on your workshop, lots of clients, and you know, very interesting life. But now you have to raise your own confidence.
You know, and just coming back to that, having that confidence is a major part in one's life. And I have been through those stages of having absolutely no confidence whatsoever. Without confidence, you have no hope. Confidence helps you to step forward. It helps you to stand up. It helps you to be honest. It helps you to be honest with yourself, most importantly, in having that confidence and building that confidence and surrounding yourself by people who can give you confidence. I have been through extremely difficult times where I have not realized why I'm feeling like I'm feeling, and I've been by myself and I've been lonely, and I've lost complete confidence within myself. So to surround yourself with people that mean and want to make a change and help you make a change and to support you in your life is incredibly important. And even now, after all I've been through, I'm still building my confidence. And you have to be able to go to your partner and say to them, you know, I feel terrible. I don't feel that I have the confidence. I'm just feeling strange, or I'm feeling weird. And that person needs to be able to support you and support you with love, and with the decisions that you make. And it's incredibly difficult for them to not tell you what to do, but advise you what to do. And whichever way you choose to go, they will support you in that. And that helps, you know, build confidence.
Martin, I want to end off, and well done on you on that journey. And I have no doubt that Me Vision Academy, with everything around it, can assist you going forward. Can you end off in Zulu? You're quite fluent with Zulu or Sotho? Swazi.
Swazi and Zulu.
But can you in maybe Zulu
Sure.
give a message, maybe inspire with a message of the need to not drink, or anything you want to say in terms of, and then maybe translate it a little bit for us, in terms of that journey to one's best self, the key thing that you've learned maybe share it in Zulu and then also in English, and we'll end off.
Sure. Okay, so nje uyanathi uyalahla impilo impilo Wafuna ukuqinisa phela uhamba ngale ndlela le bekahle ngabe uyaningena iqeleni kwale ndlela phela uyama ungiganga zabe uma uyama ungiganga lento le uzingena ngala emuva uzogwaza ngala emuva uzolimala phela uzolimele limaza nje uma uhamba ngale ndlela le ndlela uhamba khashana uma uyakhula kahle utofuna aqonza kahle phela uyaqonza ngale ndlela utophuma ekhashana phambili wathola le support kwale bantu uyatsanza phela nje lemabantwana makwakho babo wakho ngele mabantwana ngele mfati futhi phela bafuna wasupporta kahle phela baqinisa nje uyakhe ekhaya phela uyaqala phansi wakhe ekhaya wende ma foundation phela lema foundation ufuna waqinisa kahle phela then wakha ma leti 16 phela wakhe ekhaya wende ekhaya kahle phela abo wende ekhaya wende half uyafahla uqale phansi futhi wakha futhi ngeleti 16 phela uzama ungakhe ekhaya nzabe lempilo nje ekhaya phela mawutokhona ukusebenza kahle wakhe ekhaya le kahle tokhona ukuphumula kahle uma uzala tofuna toba thole confidence phela undlule phambili uyabona ngiyabongisa kakhulu thandaza kahle kule nkulunkulu ngesonto phela uhamba esontweni thandaza kahle phela kule mpilo ngiyabonga so basically what I've said there is that life is like building a house. You need to start with a strong foundation. And if you have a strong foundation, you can build your house. But you mustn't go through life building the house and then breaking it down and trying to use the same bricks to continue building that house. You cannot use old bricks on a new house. It doesn't work because it'll crumble. So what I've asked the people is that to stay on the straight road, to surround themselves with people that love them, that give them the confidence to build that house so that one day when they are older, they can enjoy that house that they have built. And that's basically in a nutshell what I've said. So just one more thing as well, short story. It was a story of a person on earth who was extremely wealthy. They had absolutely everything on earth. And they had a huge house, the best cars. They lived the most fantastic life overseas every year, enjoying themselves. And there was a lady that worked in the house. And with that lady working in the house, she used to pray to God every day in her life. And she had nothing. She had absolutely nothing. And one day she passed away. And she had lived a meager life. She had worked hard all her life. And she arrived at the gates. And the person that she worked for had also passed away. And they, funny enough, met each other at the gates. And they were shown through the gates. And the lady that was very wealthy was shown to her new house, which was a meager house built of sticks and grass. Whereas the lady that had absolutely nothing on earth had this massive mansion. And when the lady who had everything on earth turned around and she said, "But I can't live in this house is made of mud and sticks. Why is that lady who worked for me, why is her house so big?" And the answer was, because she's been sending her bricks through prayers her whole life. And you haven't sent your prayers up, and that is what you get. So
we couldn't build your house.
Couldn't build your house for you. So I think that be God-fearing, believe everything happens for a reason, and it's often for the better. And trust your instincts, build your confidence, and get out there and live life.
Martin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the
very
best
much.
with your venture.
Thank you so much.
And we'll certainly see you around as people who live in Mpumalanga, and
Yeah.
enjoy your Defender.
Thank you.
Basic, powerful,
Very
beautiful
basic.
Mpumalanga. And we'll see you when we get back from our journey.
Great. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.